Hi everybody. So today I am going to be working on some projects for my sister's birthdays. I have two coming up in September. So I went to the dollar store and I picked up these signs. And this will be remade into a sign that has kind of geekdom locations. So these pop off really easily. Basically what I did is I applied pressure from both sides and I just pulled upward. Hi everybody. Okay, so it's several days later and I'm back again. It did take a little longer than I thought to prep everything. What I did is I pulled these long stakes apart and I glued them together in this spot right here. Sorry, I'm still learning how to get everything in the camera lens. And it's a little rough at the moment, but I'm going to sand it and whatever before I paint it. And I think it will work really well. I did cut a little bit of excess off, so I only have the pointed end on one side. And then it is this flat edge at the top. I think that will work really well. And then what I did with these, I was struggling to figure out how to remove this top piece. So I played around a little bit. This one, I went to the dollar store and I found the most amazing thing. It is called a mini scraper, and I found it in the hardware section. And it's really cool because it's connected into here and you have it as a, you know, the safety portion at the top right now, and then you can flip it around and you have the sharp edge. So that's what I did with this piece, and I went over the top of it and I removed all of the kind of colored paper type feel. And I'm not sure I'm gonna like the way this looks by the time I paint it. I have sanded it so it's, you know, smooth and whatever. So I'm gonna paint it and see what kind of an effect all of this mess gives it. If I like the effect, then I will go ahead and do the rest of them in the same manner. If not, I will go ahead and just have 5 of the signs instead of 6. So my plan right now is to go ahead and paint over all of these and see how they turn out. To try and get some different colors of brown on the signs so that it looks a little more like wood versus something that's just been painted brown. So as far as my setup goes, I do use, this is a bowl from Panda Express that comes with your rice and whatever in it, and I use this as my cleaning water dish for when I'm painting. It has some texture on the bottom from the logo and everything, and I find it works really well to clean out my brushes with, so I just use that kind of a reuse principle. I have a lot of not so nice, just basic brushes, and I think what I'm going to use, at least in the beginning, is this sponge. I got it from the Dollar Tree. Obviously I've used it on another project with a stain, so it is most definitely discolored, but it comes in a pack of 3 in various sizes, and I find that it works really well to apply a base paint color. So I'm going to start with this piece, like I said, so that I can see if I like the look that I get from it. For the moment, I think I'm just going to start with the traditional burnt umber, because I do believe it is the darker of my 2 browns. They're very similar, so I don't think it'll matter too much in the end, but as we all know, we shake up our paint before we start. And I'm just going to dip the edge of the sponge in and literally just start to paint across. Also have not decided if I'm going to use my silhouette, my vinyl cutter, to apply the names, or if I want to paint them on and have them look a little less perfect. Most of my projects I do like to keep looking a little more professionally done and perfect, but with this one, it just might look nicer overall for the type of thing that I'm doing if I don't. So I might try and go a little less Fallon on my project here. So I don't know if I can show you, but it does actually have a little bit of a texture underneath from where all the paper was kind of shredding and that sort of thing. I don't think it's a bad look, but I do want to see what the difference is if I do the same on one of these. So I am going to go ahead and give myself a little more paint because I obviously didn't give myself enough the first time around. And I just want to kind of do a comparison between the two. So this was what I thought was going to happen. I didn't think that I'd be able to apply very much to the top of this, and I'd have to do multiple coats in order to cover this all the way so you can't see the lettering underneath it. So that being said, this may end up being my favorite look. The other thing I could do is paint the back of these, but the original sign had kind of, they're not nails obviously, but little nail-like protrusions that come out of the back side. Most of those stayed on the stake itself, and you know, that's not a huge deal when I put it back on, but if I paint the back side of these, then I am dealing with that protrusion on the front of the sign. And I definitely don't want to cause anything that's going to be a, you know, a safety hazard going forward. And I also have all this spot where the glue was adhering it to the board in the first place. So that being said, I think I am going to go ahead and remove the paper-like cardboard surface and go this route. I think it will give it a worn look, and I believe that it will probably in the long run give me a look more like what I want while using less paint. I think this will be very time consuming, and overall I'm not sure I will love the look in the end anyway. I might go ahead and give you just kind of a view here of how, so I pushed it in and kind of pulled it down at the same time. So the blade removes and you can swap it out so that it is obviously the blade side out. This comes in a pack of 4, and so I thought it was really good value for money and, you know, something worth trying. I was a little nervous about whether the blade would actually stay secure in this, and it really does seem to stay right where it's supposed to. It doesn't flop out, so on. So I do think that this is a good thing for the project. Just obviously be aware that it is a blade, it is sharp, so you don't want to cause yourself too much of a mess. This was kind of a time-consuming process to remove all of these, but you'll want to make sure you've got your fingers out of the way and you literally just kind of get one of the edges up. And I even had a few places where I nicked the actual wood and went down a layer on the wood, and that is actually seeming to give it some nice texture, so I think that's okay. But this is something that, like I say, you'll take it off in tiny little pieces, and it will take a few moments, but hopefully the end result is worth it for you. I know it will be for me, because this is, like I say, I don't want it to be a perfect sign. I don't want it to look like something that I would personally put in my stuff. I want it to look like it's been in the forest. Hi everybody. So this was rather difficult to show you in one scene. So it is complete. I used a gray chalk paint to do the words. I am sorry about my voice today, but I wanted to finish up the video for you. So I have Labyrinth, 221 Baker Street, Rivendell, Gallifrey, Abydos, and Serenity. So hopefully she'll love it. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up and get it ready for her party this week, and I will upload the video for you guys. So thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video and want to see more. And I will talk to you guys later. Thanks.